Sometimes trading isn't about finding the right player, but actually using that player at the right time. You can trade with a player early morning and for it to be a complete failure, but try that player a few hours later and you'll be able to find yourself a lot of success. This is because there is a perfect time to trade, and in this video I'll break down everything so you know what you should be doing at what time. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins which saves you from having to make any types of trades, then I highly recommend using Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, the time that you trade is just as important as the item you're trading with. If you trade at the wrong time, you're likely to not get as many deals, you might need to spend a bit more, and it's likely that you're going to be making less profit. If you time it really badly, especially if you're using expensive icons, team of the years, or other types of special cards over 100,000 coins, you can overspend massively for what seems like a great deal at the time, but ends up being an awful deal just a few hours later at peak trading conditions. So to avoid all of this, this is the best time in which you should be trading. And straight off the bat, it is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. has the most players playing. This is where you'll see the most active live transfers, and you can easily see this for yourself because once you go over to the transfer market, there it will tell you how many live trades there are. And it will be different platform by platform. For Xbox, there's anywhere between 700,000 up to 1.3 million in peak conditions. With PlayStation, you guys have millions. We're talking 3-4 million plus. And if you're playing on PC, well, you have considerably less than both, being around 500,000, which I'm told. But typically throughout the day on all of these platforms, they fluctuate. Early morning, they'll have considerably less, being on that lower end, but by the time you get to 6 p.m. UK time, that is where you have the most amount of players playing, which should lead to you also having the most amount of live transfers. And if you're not trading during those peak hours, then it does lead to you having less deals or less players that you can actually trade with. And with some trading methods, it doesn't make too much of a difference. For example, simple low budget trading methods such as the bulk bidder method doesn't matter as much. You will get less deals, but you can still make profit during off-peak hours. But if you was to look at more expensive trading methods such as looking at icons, then this is where you can be screwed over financially. You might find a player which looks to be a great deal. The lowest buy now is way cheaper than the second lowest by around 50,000 coins. You buy that player, relist them, but when you check back a few hours later, you'll see other cards being listed of the exact same card that you have, listed 20k less than what you bought yours for. And this is where the price fluctuation comes throughout the day. Icons are rare by themselves. There's only a couple pages of each player on the market, but during off-peak times, let's say early in the morning, there's even less being listed, giving it a higher value. But when more get relisted during peak times, it brings that price down as more are listed. This has been a tricky situation that I've found myself in a number of different times, not just within FIFA 22, but in previous FIFAs as well. What adds to 6 p.m. being peak time is this is also the time in which EA release promos. EA doesn't release promos at times where there's not as many people playing because they want to maximize as much money as possible from people opening packs. So if there's a higher amount of people playing the game at a certain time, that's when they're likely to release a promo, and that happens at 6 p.m. Now, it's not just about the best time during the day, but it's also the best days during the week. And there isn't just one specific day because there's a number of events that happen throughout the week which give you a slight edge on you being able to win your trades compared to other days. Some of the best days to trade is anywhere between Friday all the way up to Monday. And the reason for this is because there's a number of events that take place. For example, on Friday, this is the start of FUT Champions, and with FIFA 22, EA changed the reward system. As soon as you finish your games, you will be able to claim your rewards. And there are thousands of players who will log onto FIFA on Friday and forfeit all 20 of their matches just so they can unlock their rewards. This starts on Friday, goes all the way through the weekend, and finishes early Monday morning. Also on Friday, to take us into the weekend, we start to see new types of promos. This is typically when EA release, and if it's a promo that people are really hyped for, it's going to lead to those people heading over to the store, buying FIFA points, buying packs, and that leading to there being more players listed onto the transfer market. This hype will last all the way through the weekend, being Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday, you also get your squad battle rewards. This adds to even more packs being opened and even more players being listed onto the transfer market. And once all of this is done, by the time we get to Monday, if people didn't enjoy their FUT Champions team, this is when people sell them off. They sell all the players that they managed to get from their packs from FUT Champions, and they sell off any players that they didn't like within their team. This just makes those players' prices go down slightly more on a Monday compared to any other day. By the time we get around to Tuesday, the market starts to recover slightly. On Wednesday, we get a new team of the week, and Thursday, we get division rival rewards, which doesn't compare to what we was able to get from Friday all the way up to Monday. So if you have time between Friday and Monday, definitely look to trade, because you will be able to find yourself some very good deals which you can get on a bid or a buy now way lower compared to the other cheaper players on the market. Now this is if you was to trade on FIFA on a week by week basis with there not being any major changes or other variables in play, but we should highlight that there's always other types of variables in play. For example, now, especially within FIFA 22, leaks are quite prominent. Every single week we get a new type of leak of a new promo that's about to release. These leaks don't have a specific time when they're announced, but it is useful to use those leaks to your advantage for people to buy into hype. If you can get there early, people start buying into hype, you're able to sell that player before that content is even released, and you're able to make a good amount of coins. This is harder to predict. This is something that you just need to be active with within the community. Me personally, I'm not as active with it, so therefore I'm not able to make as many coins within this area. The last thing to make note of is different types of promos that do get released, especially once we start looking at the big ones. With the likes of Team of the Year, some of you experienced it for the first time and you saw a crazy market during that time. Players were going for next to discard and you was able to sell them a lot higher. With these types of promos, there are so many people opening packs in hope to go and get one of those players that are included within a promo. For example, with Team of the Year, players were looking to get Team of the Year players. Whenever they open a pack, whatever they get which isn't a Team of the Year player, they just list onto the market. In a lot of cases, they just list them without actually changing the price range, so they have the maximum buy now but the lowest bid amount. And because so many people are looking to open packs to get a Team of the Year player, no one's actually looking at the transfer market. No one's looking to go and get a rare gold player that's at 2,000 coins, because there's so many other things going on at that current moment that no one really cares. But as a trader, you're able to go and get that player that normally sells for around 2,000 coins, and you're able to get them at 700 coins, 800 coins, 900 coins, somewhere around there, and you can sell them at 2,000 coins, giving you 1,000 coins profit after EA tax. What's really cool is that this isn't just a one-off deal. You're able to make this with ease, and you could do it multiple times because of the amount of people that open in packs at the time and the amount of players that get listed onto the transfer market. Remember earlier where I said live transfers will fluctuate throughout the day, but typically at 6 PM, this is where you'll see the most amount of live transfers on the market. Well, when a massive promo takes place, such as Team of the Year, or even likes in the future when we have Team of the Season, which is even bigger, that 6 PM time is even higher. There's even more live transfers compared to what you usually get on a weekly basis depending on your platform. The Xbox market normally caps out at 1.2 to 1.3 million. During these types of promos, it's not unreasonable for that to push to 1.8 to 2 million live transfers in total. This will give you a huge amount of players which you're able to bulk bid on, trade with, and you can get them a lot lower compared to the lowest buy now. And because there is so many players, when you do compete with other types of traders who are looking to do the exact same thing and get good deals, the second that they're not making a crazy amount of coins on a trade, they'll just move on to the next one, which is expiring just a couple seconds after. You'll be able to go through this so quick that you'll be able to buy the deals that can give you thousands of coins profit per card quicker than you can actually sell these deals on. This is when you'll need to start using your unassigned or storing loads of players into your club. These types of events only happen a couple times throughout the year. It's just worth pointing them out now so that you know when they do come round, you're able to make a lot from them. On a week by week basis, if you're looking to trade at around 6 p.m. to a couple hours after that, this is your peak time. These are peak conditions for you to get the most amount of players onto the transfer market. What you could actually do is, especially if you're looking at more expensive players, is buy them at 6 p.m. and relist them for 12 hours overnight, where you have that fluctuation in player prices where they gradually increase because there are less players being listed. As for the best days to trade, you're looking at Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. This is because all of the different events that are going on, with there being FUT Champions being unlocked, as in the FUT Champions finals, that's where players can get their rewards. You have new promos, and if it's a good promo, it'll last throughout the whole weekend where there is the most amount of hype. And you also have your squad battle rewards, with Monday being the team sell-off, where people sell off their teams for players that they did not like. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are still okay days to trade. They're just not as good compared to what you're able to get over the weekend, just because that recovery period after FUT Champions, where people start to buy back their players for their new team. The Wednesday team of the week comes out, which no longer brings that much hype into FIFA anymore. And with Thursday, once division rival rewards do get released, it doesn't make a crazy difference because you have an option. It's not all about you getting tradable rewards, because you can get untradeable and untradeable with coins. And as most players do go for those untradeable packs, it doesn't have a huge effect onto the transfer market. Anyway guys, those are the best times in which you can trade on FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.